All right, Coco Jones, what we going to talk about first?
We can talk about music first.
Okay, we're going to talk about music. We're going to get into whatever okay, let me start off. It's Magic 102.1, the People Station. This is the Manhattan. Coco Jones is in the building. Y'all make some noise back there. Y'all just ain't going to stay in here. Y'all make noise. Every time people go to radio stations, have interviews, you get hit with a barrage of questions. I'm just curious, what would you really like somebody to ask you?
What would somebody? That's a great question. You know what? I have never thought about this because I feel like I'm always asked everything.
You are. I mean, they talk about, your history and how long you've been doing it. And your father did this with, sports and the family. But is there something I want to know if there's something that somebody is missing, because you do this all the time. You talk to 3,000 radio stations per day. Is somebody missing something about Coco Jones, though?
I don't think that they're really missing anything. I guess one thing that I would want people to understand more, specifically my fans, because I know that we live in a very quick content, getting a lot of media, expecting a lot at a quick time. But I would really, I guess, if I could say anything, want to offer a different perspective on what it's like to create an album, specifically in my scenario, I feel like I lean a lot on my team, and I really want to give everybody the opportunity to do their job well. I wouldn't want somebody to tell me you need to learn this song in 2 hours and sing it in 2 hours live in front of this audience. I just wouldn't want that. Of course I would do it because that's my job, but ideally I would want proper time to know what's coming and to be able to fully be confident in everything that I can do because I had a heads up. Yeah. So I say all that to say, when I'm making an album, it's not just, okay, great, I wrote these songs, let's put them out. It's everybody on my team has a specific job that they're good at, and everybody deserves the amount of time that I had to create and to not have a time limit to be able to do the best of my job. So keep that in mind when you're upset that I don't have music out really fast, or when you're upset that there's not a visual. It's just not always in the timeline that I know my fans would want, but it's the best timeline because everybody has the ability
you really feel a certain amount
job.
of pressure from, especially in the social media world. They'll hit you hey, I ain't seen no album yet.
Yeah.
Is there a pressure that goes along with that?
It's not even that I feel this pressure. It's more that I just feel like it's not talked about enough. That this is more than just me and a producer. It's literally so much more. It's marketing, it's creative directing, it's radio. It's all of these things that take time. And so I feel like if I could say anything, I would just say maybe think a little bit more into what it takes to put together an amazing project. And then maybe you'll have a little more grace with the timelines, with all the artists. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now, is that a different view because you've done this for so long and you've done it on two different sides? You've done it from a television perspective, you've done it from making record perspective, so it's a deeper perspective.
I think it's from
from artists, because most artists, they come in the game and the expectation is different as well. You've been doing this since here and seen it from two different sides.
Well, I think for me, the perspective is from being an independent artist to being signed. Because when I was first signed, I was 14. Right. I wasn't checking for the timelines. I was just happy to be in the studio. I didn't care, honestly, about anything else. And then as an independent artist, it was all up to me. So yes, everything came out whenever I wanted, but it was all on me financially. Yeah. I had to find the right videographers and directors. I had to style myself. I had to figure out hey, what influencers could I get to post this? I was doing all of that by myself. And so yes, things came out whenever I wanted, whatever I wanted, but dang, it took a lot and it costed a lot.
She says a lot for a sister.
Man, so honestly, being on the other side, and I think me myself being frustrated, why can't these things come out faster? I didn't even understand what everyone was doing. So I pride myself on asking a lot of questions to figure out what is happening, what's going on, and that kind of gave me the different perspective on okay, yeah, that was that timeline of me being able to do whatever I wanted, but I also had to do everything, and I don't want to do everything anymore.
I dig that you appreciate the team. I think oftentimes, because I've been doing this for a long time, you see people who don't appreciate the record reps, the artists in the background that might help you with your hair. I think sometimes you see them almost, I don't want to use the word abuse, but sometimes it comes across to me from this perspective as almost abuse sometimes. But it's cool to see somebody say, I appreciate my team, but I'm expecting my team to do a certain job. So I think that's cool.
I mean, I know that like it takes a lot in this day and age. There's so many songs that are released a day. And it takes a lot to get eyes on your project. And I'm grateful for the people who helped me get eyes on my project, you know? I could not do that by myself.
What made you say, I'm a sign this deal with Def Jam? Because you said you were doing it alone for a minute, but you know, Def Jam walks up and say, we got a surprise for you. We can do all this. What made you finally say, yeah, let's do this?
Well, I saw a lot of myself in the label. Like before when I was signed, it was a completely opposite experience. I felt like very much the minority, you know, but with Def Jam and with High Standards, I'm on a joint venture. I saw myself in everyone, you know, in every detail, in every category, in every department. And that made me feel safer, that I wouldn't have to alter what I do and who I am. And it just felt like naturally they could help me amplify because they get me. They understand me. We Black.
Is this part because you got all the accolades now? You've achieved a lot with acting. You got, you know, Grammy, you got #1s, you got this and that. Is it more fun now, or was there a period of time during the struggle that resonates more with you than right now? Because we could easily say, oh, right now I got the hot record, I got this, I got that, I'm on top of the world.
I think honestly, and I laugh at this, it's almost always the same thing, different category. When it was nothing, I was like, how do I get to something? When it was something, I'm like, how do I beat that something? When I beat that one, I'm like, now what if I can't beat the second something? Because it's literally the same format, different themes. And so it's fun where I choose it to be fun. So it is fun right now. It's fun in going from state to state, doing radio interviews. It's fun doing fittings and that taking hours. And then, you know, I choose to make it all fun where it's at instead of constantly being, you know, looking forward or wanting something else. I just want to be happy where I'm at.
But this is a constant grind. Is there moments where you get, where do you get to take your breather? When do you get to take your break? Because you're working television, movie, and you're working artist.
Yeah, well, I mean, naturally breaks happen. I mean, there are some days where like there's less to do. There's some days where there's nothing to do. And those are the days that I can see on my calendar, whether it's weeks away or days away, but I can just hold on for those days.
The plan is on.
Yes.
Now, talk a little bit about television as well. Fresh Prince of the Bel-Air. How surprised were you when you became that person, Miss Hillary?
Yeah, I was very surprised. I auditioned for Bel-Air and I didn't really think twice about it because I didn't understand what a reimagining was. I thought it was like same characters, same imaging. And so I was like, I don't look like Hillary.
That's what I expected when I watched that first season. So I'm like, hey, this is nothing like that first one. They was going in some deep, deep, dark places.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised by that too, to be honest.
So was I, honestly. So when I auditioned, I kind of wasn't expecting much.
Yeah.
And then when I talked to Morgan Cooper, the creator and the director of the show, he kind of helped me understand what he's trying to do. And that kind of got me more excited about it. But still, as an actor, you don't want to get your hopes up or anything. But yeah, when I found out that I got the role, I was really honored to be able to represent dark-skinned Black girls and be able to be Hillary and be a Black woman with choices and options and fashion and being able to say no and, you know, like have freedom to be whoever she wants to be and limitless opportunity. I know that representation was probably going to inspire some young Black girl.
Absolutely. Were they afraid at first when you were putting out the music, like, this is going to get in the way of what we're doing?
I have no idea. I mean, it didn't give that.
I dig it.
I think that they are very helpful in helping me because they know if my star rises, so does everything that I touch.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think they do a good job of helping me to figure out like pockets where I'm definitely off so I can do music stuff.
What's the deal with the album and everything that's happening?
Yes. So I'm on my third single that's about to drop on the 18th of October. It's me and Future. And it's called Most Beautiful Design. It's kind of like he's speaking highly on women. It's like a trap duet ballady type of thing. I think it'll be an interesting cross of worlds. And London produced that. He did a great job of like helping both worlds to collide. Exactly. So yeah, I'm on my third single, and I really want to do something for Christmas as well. And then album would be like at the top of the year.
Okay. Oh, let me go back to something too. You had a chance to work with Babyface when he put out the All Ladies album. What was that experience like? Because Babyface is a different type. Well, you worked with a lot of different producers, but I think working with Face is a way different type of producer as well.
Yeah, working with Babyface for Girls Night Out was very, honestly, I feel like chill. I think sometimes like when you're about to work with a legend, they have like this air about them, like, little girl, you just got here, you know? And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I definitely did, but okay. But I think he's so humble and he's so willing to like collaborate
Is that
and learn.
crazy though?
Is it?
Him, yeah. When I met Babyface, he played the guitar for us. We told him what to play. He played it. I'm like, man, this dude got 60,000 platinum records, and he's acting way regular.
Yeah, I mean, I really was blown away by it, you know, and I think to be able to have that much success and still feel like a normal human being is my goal. So I really loved it.
All right, what else can we expect on the television side from you? We know we got an album on the way, but are we just going to focus on, Fresh Prince?
Well, I would have to wait to see, just like you guys, what's going to happen with season 4. They don't really keep us in the know.com. We find out pretty much with everyone else.
Okay.
But I did do an independent film over the summer. I think that was really dope. Country Weight is in that, and I don't know when that'll come out either. But it's really just about seeing what fits in the pockets of time. There's 12 months, seeing what we can fit in there.
I got you. And I can't let you get out of here without talking about ICU, because I do see you.
Nice.
Did you really? Somebody had to go for the dump job. Did you really believe that record was going to do as well as it did?
No.
You didn't?
No, I had no idea.
When I first heard that record, I knew it was a hit.
And honestly, my team
And I'm glad that your record label has done the work that they've done. I was afraid, I'm be honest with you, because I wasn't here for a while. I was somewhere else. And so where I was playing it on that particular college station. And I'm like, I hope they give
the youth gets
this. I hope they give her a break. I hope they give her a chance, because I didn't think that they would see past your acting.
Interesting. Okay.
And I was very happy that they did it. Like, she did it. Yeah.
Well, I think that goes to my team and trusting them, because I was like, we need up tempo. We need to keep the youth satisfied. They want to dance TikTok. And they were like, it's this one. And I was like, I just did that just because I can do that. I didn't know who was going to run with that. But yeah, I mean, it has opened up a lot of doors. So you did not believe it? You didn't think that was the single to go with, to push? No, because, I mean, if you look at the songs that I dropped previously before that, they were more up-tempo, more less soulful. Just definitely just less soulful,
What you mean.
But I think sometimes with things like that, like the way it aligned and how that song just kind of chose me, I kind of look at that pattern now as I'm creating my debut album, like as I'm working on my project. Like I didn't know, and I felt uncomfortable with that option, but it just kind of chose me. That music called to me. So that's kind of the feeling that I run with. Well, congratulations to you. I'm so happy to see you doing your thing in that badge bag, girl. I was very concerned about the dark-skinned sister, but you hearing you doing your thing. My girls, they rock with me the long way. So I appreciate you, Coco Joe. Thank you so much. And just remember, see. Not you doubling down. Let me get out of here. Thank you.